90-Day Fiance has introduced viewers to manipulators, liars, creeps, and worse over the years. Even so, the franchise would be hard-pressed to cast someone worse than Geoffrey Paschel, even if they tried. Following his conviction for kidnapping and assault, Geoffrey was sentenced to 18 years in prison. Geoffrey began his appeals process with a motion for a retrial, and the hearing has just gotten a major delay. Varya Malina, who for some twisted reason seems to still love him, has explained much of this to her followers. Geoffrey's motion for a retrial is not likely to succeed, and he knows it. The motion is more of a formality before his attorneys launch numerous appeals over the next few years. However, the court has issued a continuance on the motion for a retrial. "I got some news from the lawyer," Varya reported to her followers on Instagram this week. The motion for the new trial was delayed for a variety of reasons, she shared, which nobody had time to explain. "And I doubt that cared," Varya added, indicating that she does not care why the motion was continued. "It was delayed for a date," she went on. "Nobody knows which date. It's all such a stupid circus." However, Sarcasm reports that the delay is until May 26, less than a month and a half from now. Technically, there is a chance that Geoffrey could be awarded a new trial at the Harding late next month. If so, it would likely stem from an objection on his attorney's behalf that the court, after contemplation, overruled. The reason was that the victim's testimony included descriptions of Geoffrey's past abuse as well as on the night in question. Geoffrey's defense attorney argued that Tennessee law requires that he be notified before prior bad acts are brought up. The court decided that the victim's testimony in court was not sufficient to interfere with due process. Fortunately, the motion for a retrial is considered a long shot at best. Kristen Wilson, Geoffrey's ex-fiancée whom he savagely beat and held against her will in June of 2019, only described what she had experienced. While Geoffrey has a long list of exes accusing him of the same monstrous violence, Kristen did not refer to them while on the stand. However, during Geoffrey's sentencing hearing, one of his ex-wives testified in order to shed light upon his brutal history. This was not Geoffrey's first accusation of domestic violence or his first conviction, but it was his first conviction for domestic violence charges. Only a small fraction of abusers are ever even charged with a crime, let alone sentenced to any substantial prison time. Geoffrey's sentencing is a rare, hope-inspiring exception, brought on by the scale of his violence, the courage of the woman who pressed charges against him, and the wisdom of the court. It is often difficult to celebrate someone being in prison, because there are so many injustices regarding who is sent to prison and how they are treated. Geoffrey's unrepentant brutality, and his attempt to use his children to manipulate the victim into pushing for leniency, make him a bit of a special case. We can all sleep a little easier knowing that he's behind bars now, and for nearly 2 decades to come. Who knows how many women this will save.